Good morning. It's day 103 on the Appalachian Trail, and I am walking along a grassy path, which always excites me. I'm about 5 miles in. I just spent the first 5 miles with two guys doing an overnight. So one of them had hiked in the trail, the AT, in 2017. So it was fun talking to him, kind of picking his brain as far as, you know, different things that he had done and whatnot. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? And so they had stopped at a lake, so I stopped there for a couple minutes, had a snack, and now I'm moving on, pressing on. And I'm going to show you the lake on the next entrance, but it was nice. It was a nice little stop, and it was a nice little hike with these guys. So now I'm on about 6 miles. I get to have lunch, which I'll get there at about 12:30. That's the plan. All right, I'll check in a bit. I'm across this lake. So I'll just kind of show you that a little bit up here. Nice little lake. And back to the trail before I trip and fall on my head. Nice little trail. Or a nice section of trail. I think we're gonna take you up the next mountain, which is about a 300-foot gain spread over a mile and a half, so not a big deal. And then it'll follow a ridge up the top of the mountain. So I don't know if you can get a great perspective, but that tree is gigantic. I'm going to have a picture just to give you perspective of that. It's right by the road, and yeah, I have a couple miles before the deli, and then I get to rest for, I think I'm going to see if I can rest for 2 hours and still be able to get my 20 in. That'd be a big deal for me. Although I don't know if I want to walk 9 miles after resting 2 hours, but I probably should do it, see if I can. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Very nice. I called my dad. Today is actually Father's Day, so I called him. I was able to talk to him for a little bit, and then wish him a happy Father's Day. He did the same. My kids are kind of texting away, so hopefully I get to speak with them when I get to the deli. Off to the deli. I'm kind of perseverating on the deli because I want to get to the deli. Need something cold to drink. To the deli. So I just came up these steps and I thought to myself, that's an awful lot of work for a 15-foot section. Thank you, New York, for all that hard work. But that's sarcastic. All right, off we go. So we're going across a nature reserve or preserve. A nice bridge. It goes kind of for a while. There is a person on it at the other end, so I'll stop the camera before we get to her. But really pretty view. And hopefully somewhere at the end of this will be my deli, because that is literally all I'm thinking about at this point. But really pretty. I think there's a building over there. That might be it. Talk soon. And now it's a traditional boardwalk. And of course, the heat is coming on. I guess next week it's going to get really hot in the 90s, so I have to figure out how I'm going to get 20 miles each day, other than waking up really early and splitting my day, which I think I might do. So anyhow, I'll check in a bit. So this is called Metro North Railroad. This is the Appalachian Trail sign. This goes to Southeast, White Plains, and New York City that way. So several people come up here and they'll either hike north for a while to some shelters, spend the night, spend the weekend, and then come back here and head back home. That's pretty cool. If I lived in the city, that's exactly what I would do. And I don't know where that goes. But if I haven't said it already, I am heading over to Tony's Deli. So I'm gonna go where I left off, right here, and head to Tony's Deli. Well, I just left the comforts of the deli, got filled up, and hiking up this trail, and 1,005.7 miles ago, I saw my first bear, and now I just saw my second. Unfortunately, my phone was off because the charger did not work very well at the deli. So by the time I hey bear and knocked around, and he just kind of looked at me, and then he just kind of waltzed off the trail. And another hiker was coming the other way, and she had seen him, and he was walking away from her towards me. Not fast, just kind of doing his thing. So, oh, that's bear number 2 back there somewhere. But he's very quiet, so I'm sure if he's hungry, he'll hopefully find some berries. All right, I'll catch up in a minute or whenever. So apparently there is a new white blaze, which actually goes down that way. This sign is still up. I just traveled about a half mile in, turned around half mile out, and then I was crossing the river and I fell. And I didn't fall in the river, but I got this. And it hurts. So, that's the old Appalachian Trail, and the new one goes down this road. I don't know why, other than, I don't know, it could be a land management thing, or it could be that river that it was like big logs and stuff, and there was this rope, and I relied on the rope like a dummy, and I fell, and my left foot got caught. And as I fell backward, the back of my calf like slammed into this rock, and fortunately I had my backpack on because that cushioned the fall. But I am going to walk to the shelter. I'm going to stop walking. I'm going to look at the map because the Far Out app has the actual map that I need to follow, as opposed to following those white blazes. Because what happened, the reason why I figured it out that it was wrong is like there were no white blazes after a certain point. So I'm going to look at my map. This ends day 103. I'm going to get to camp and just shelter up, and then I'll start again tomorrow morning. So all's well that ends well. This is still day 103. I just got to this side.